Good morning. My name is Dustin Taylor. This is Divinity Virtue. So, this is going to be a very interesting video because I, hmm, I don't even know how to really say this video without just throwing myself under the bus, but let's see how this goes. So, okay, I'll start out. I really dislike doing labor and physical jobs. Okay, I know that sounds really bad. Maybe it's just egotistical. I know that when your body hurts, it's all about your mind power. So if your mind says your body hurts, who cares? Let's do it anyways. Your mind always has the final decision. And so yesterday, I was doing snow shoveling, and it was me and two other guys, and we had 30 houses, some big houses, and then we had some commercial properties. And I don't know how much snow came down yesterday. I think 6 inches or something like that. It was a lot. And when I so I was the driver yesterday. So we would get out, and the one guy seriously would sit in the truck for 2, 3 minutes. Me and the other guy would get half the lot done, and then the third guy would stroll up and just clean up the white lines or whatever. Okay, he's young, I get it, but I'm 39 years old, and I don't want to break down my body anymore. It sounds really bad. Like I got into sales because sales is an easy industry. You listen to people, you ask them questions about what makes them happy, and then you go and get the product. How hard is that? Just listen and ask questions and make money? Okay. So that's pretty much like my consulting. It's you're going to ask me questions, or sorry, I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to go get you the results. You're going to give me money. That's all I know about life, I guess. So we end up doing this snow shoveling, and it was from 2 in the morning till 10:30, 11 in the morning. So I didn't sleep, and that shouldn't be an excuse. But the thing is now that I live a very sober life and I control my highs and lows, and I've said that the only thing that really I haven't figured out yet is my sleeping patterns. And maybe that's just because I can't quite shut off my mind at night. I'm figuring out ways. Like I'm going to tell you, when you close your eyes, and if you just look at your eyelids, and sure you got thoughts and whatnot, but if you can see, and maybe this is just me, I don't know, because this is how I see things in my head, right? So when I close my eyes and see like different lines or different whatever it seems like that's going through my mind or my eyes, I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest with you. I'm not an optometrist, but yeah, I think like when you just look into like because it's energy. That's what a dream is, and that's what sleep is. You're just refilling your energy. That's all it is. So I when I close my eyes, I'll look into the lines, or if there's something in the background that changes colors, and your eyelids change colors, and I just kind of focus in on that. And so yesterday, come home, I didn't work out, so that's sorry for yawning. I know I'm tired. This is yeah, I'm running on very low right now, so I didn't work out. So that means today I'm gonna have to probably do 3 hours. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to do 3 hours just to make up for not working out. So as we finish and everything, and you go from the highs and lows of the weather, getting into the warm truck, going out to the cold, lifting heavy snow that's wet. Like it's there's a lot that goes on to it, and I'm not getting paid much. I'm not. It's pretty much just to cover my bills and get me a week or two forward. That's really what this job is for. And my buddy knows it, and I'm working for a friend. But last night, so he goes, we're going to start at midnight. And I'm actually doing this video right now around 9:20 a.m. And so I don't know, about 10 o'clock last night, you just get to this point like I'm like, okay, I haven't really slept. I've slept 3 hours in 2 days, getting groggy, trying to do everything to keep myself awake, drinking green teas. I'm not even drinking chai tea. I'm drinking green teas to give me the energy. I'm eating lots of fruit, which have lots of sugar, so that it can keep me awake. And then about 10 o'clock, I was like, when you close your eyes and your eyelids just get a little bit heavier and heavier, and you're like, oh man, how long have my eyes been closed? And then you open them up, and it's been 20 minutes, and you're thinking, uh-oh, this is not good. So I don't know what time it was. I think like 11:30 at night, and walking around, got all dressed. My mom, or sorry, not my mom, my grandma's house it's hot like Mexico. So when you're already tired, it's cold out, and now you're warm, I'm going to tell you, I closed my eyes, I think at like 11:40, just going, oh, I'm just going to close my eyes for 20 minutes. Nope. Didn't wake up until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Checked my phone 9 times, which means he was probably outside of my house. And I feel so bad because now, here's what I got to do. I have to believe that everything happens for a reason. So I haven't messaged him back yet. I know that he's probably got a few more walks that he has to do and whatnot. And I'm going to essentially go do my walks and get on with my day. Like I know that they're going to come back from snow shoveling here in this next hour or two. And I just woke up, so I feel really bad. I really do. And it's the fact that I'm going to have to say, hey man, sorry, it was all me. And I'm going to have to take whatever he says to me because it's not like he did anything wrong. He's offered me the opportunity. I could have said, hey, I can't make it tonight. I didn't think that that would have happened. The difference is I don't know. From the previous times that we've done snow removal, I've had enough time that I could like regain my energy, sleep, whatnot. This back to back killed me. I honestly, I fell asleep. He phoned me 9 times or 7 times, whatever it was. It was more than 5 times. It was a lot of times. And that means if I didn't even answer on those phone calls, that's how out of the world I was. And like I said, I woke up 2 or 3, went to the washroom, looked at my phone and said, nope, and then went back to bed. I just woke up literally 10 minutes ago, just before I even started this video. So I'm going to have to take my, and I get it, because this puts me a day back. It doesn't pay off all my bills quite as quickly. And I don't know. I'm just not that guy who's ever missed work or missed school or, I don't know. I was never that guy. And I feel really weird on this one because, I don't know, in a sense, that was one of the best sleeps I've ever had. Like that was a good 10 hours sleep with one break in between. Sounds really bad, but I'm kind of blessed for that sleep because it was killing me. And then I don't know. It just I don't know what to say on this one because I really don't feel good about missing work. It's not my thing. I can tell you probably how many times on like one hand, and I'm 39. How many times I've missed work purposely or whatnot. Like I can tell you, I had swine flu back in the I don't even know the 90s, 2000s, whenever swine flu came out, and I was so sick that I still went to work. And the company says, you need to go home. You're going to get everyone sick. And I said, I got bills. I need money. So if you're willing to pay me for all the days that I'm sick and not take it off my sick days, I will go home. If not, I'm staying here. I'm doing my job, win or lose. And they sent me home. They paid for everything. So I didn't miss a day there. I can tell you, I had tonsillitis so bad that I couldn't swallow. My throat was out to here. blood everywhere in my mouth. Like it was one of the worst tonsillitis I've ever had. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Oh, it's just tonsillitis. Go home. He'll be fine in a day or two." Yeah, day or two. I actually went to work those days, and I was coughing up so much blood that we actually had to go back to the doctor. Went to a different doctor, and the guy goes, "Your son should be in surgery. He could have died." So I even still went to work with tonsillitis, and then the very next day went into surgery for to get my tonsils removed. The next day or the day after. I can tell you, I um I had a gallstone attack, and here's the thing: is when you get gallstones or gallbladder attacks, for the most part, it's because of what you eat. And at that time, I was eating just junk food, fattening food. The night before, I don't know what movie it was. Maybe it was Lord of the Rings or something. Yeah, I think it was Lord of the Rings. I had three large popcorn bags because it's unlimited refills at the movie theater. How much fat and grease was in that? The next day I woke up, had just a major pain on the right side. And like I said, I never missed school or anything. And I can remember I went to my mom and I said, "Hey, like I think I might need to take a sick day." And she goes, "You take sick days? Are you okay?" I said, "I don't know. Like I got some pain on my right side." And she goes, "Oh, well, just go to the washroom. Maybe you just need to flush out whatever you ate last night." So I went to the bathroom, kept trying to roll around, couldn't go back to sleep. I said, "Yo, you gotta call me in sick." She goes, "Okay, well, if you do that, if I'm calling you in sick, like, go get a doctor's note just so there's nothing wrong." I went to the doctors, and they're doing their checks, and they go, "We probably have to put you to an ultrasound right now." And I go, okay. Go to the ultrasound. Side story here. Beautiful ultrasound lady. Beautiful. And as I don't know if she's an ultrasound assistant or doctor. I don't know how that profession works. But she's pushing around on my stomach, and she pushes in one spot, and I just start crying. And I looked at her and I go, "I'm so sorry." She goes, "For what?" I go, "You're so beautiful, and I'm crying in front of you, and I can't stop." I don't know if that probably made her day or go, "Oh, what a poor guy. He's got a gallstone attack, and we got to take out his gallbladder today, and he's worried about crying in front of me because I'm so beautiful." Yeah, I love women, and I'm a simp apparently. At least my heart's in a genuine place. Like I don't want to ever do it for anything else but love, I guess, or whatever. So I'm gonna have to face the facts of this reality with my buddy, and I feel badly. I know he's going to react, and I know that I put him out today, and it wasn't my intention. Like when I looked at the phone, I could have messaged him at two, whatever time it was, 2, 3 in the morning. I said, "Hey man, where are you guys at? Sorry, I fell asleep. I'll take a car and I'll grab a shovel and I'll meet them wherever they're at and go that way." I honestly looked at my phone, said how tired I was, and I said, "F it, I'm going to bed. I'll deal with this tomorrow." And I hate that because I inconvenienced him when he's only helping me out for the job because I need money. And that's a rough one. That's a rough one. And like I said, I can tell you on one hand how many times I've missed work. And the other time I missed work was, I think it was October 18th. And it's funny that you guys go, "How do you know that date so well?" I don't miss work that well or that often. And I was actually working on a farm, hauling manure and whatnot. And when you work with a bunch of cowboys, they don't take any BS. Like, better be early, better be willing to work hard, just no BS. And so I can remember this one guy, he just got so angry because I drove over one spot of the field that had been manured. And he got out and slammed the door on my arm and everything. And I can tell you, I kept my mouth shut that day. And that night when I went home, I was either going to come back to work the next day with a shovel and smash the guy on the head. And that's not lying to you guys. That was honestly my thought, thinking, how dare you pull me out of my truck. And then when I got back in, slammed the door on me. Like, at any working situation, what are we? Are we in like some communist country? Are we back in the slave days? Like, what happened there? The fact that he actually had that mentality, it took my mind to places that it should have never gone. Because I was going to come back the very next day. And if I would have seen him, there would have been like 3, 4 shovels in my truck because I'm a manure. So I have to have shovels in case something happens. I would have taken a shovel and probably cracked him on the head. And the only saving grace that day was, is I phoned in and I called in sick. And he goes, "Well, come on, like, it's just driving truck, like, just come out." And I said, "Nah, I don't feel good, you know. I just, I think I made up an excuse. I think I said I drank too much and I had the shit. I don't know. It was something probably so out there that you could probably not question it, but you can kind of go, hmm." And I can remember that that day was the day that Canada had fully legalized marijuana and had opened up pot shops. So I called in sick, collected my mind, waited in line to go to the first pot shop just to see what that was all about. And like I said, that was one of the other times. Honestly, I can't tell you any other time that I've missed work. I can tell you there's been so many times that I should have phoned in where I knew I was going to get fired and I still showed up. And you can say, "How did you know you get fired?" And I can tell you, when you've been fired like 85 plus times, you get a general feeling of how people talk. That it's always the same thing, like, "Oh, we need to speak with you," or and it's never like, "Hey, certain things came up. I was wondering what you thought about this." It was just, "All right, we need to speak to you. All right, you're out." And it's very interesting because if employers are allowed to fire people right on the spot, I guess employees shouldn't have to give notice. That's fair, equal give and take. I don't know. Like I said, I don't work well for others. I work well with others. But yeah, I don't even know what to say. It was all me. I made the mistake. It is what it is. So yeah, that was the interesting part. But so I'm going to go back to this is another thing. So since I'm starting my business, and I got one of my buddies who I've known. I went to Australia 10 years ago, and he goes, even though we fight and whatnot, we still make up. We still keep our friendship true. And I go, you know what? That is true. Like that's even when you fight with your friends, just explain the situation. Let bygones be bygones. Maybe take some time to just let things even out, whatnot. Because when you're reacting, I think people react when it's their own problem or their own insecurities, right? That's the only reason a reaction should have happened. Because if you can keep control of your mind, keep control of the situation, like what can I say? If my buddy comes back to me and says, "Hey man, like that was absolutely terrible of you," I can only say, "You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. I was tired. Closed my eyes, thinking I could wake up, and I was out cold. And then when I saw your phone calls, I was too tired. I just said, I'm just going back to bed." I don't know. Would it be cocky and egotistical to say, "Thank you for allowing me to have the best sleep I've had in the last month"? I don't know. I guess that's the pro of it. I don't make any money, caused a little pain to my friend, and I had the best sleep of my life. So, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's all about you. But then, if it's all about you, make sure that you do things right. Because I know that I'm going to have some interesting karma from this, and I'm going to have to deal with it. It's okay. I learned this because I feel that everything that you do sets you up for tomorrow. So be aware of what you do today, because if you whatever you do today might set you up for tomorrow for better, greater things. So when I do talk to him later today, I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm sorry. I meant no disrespect. I fell asleep. I didn't wake up in time, and I'll try not to let it happen again if you give me another chance. That's all I can do because this was my fault, my mistake, and I have to own it. That's how life works. So yeah, but my other buddy. So then this gets interesting because he went through my website, and before he knew my whole business, he kind of goes, "Oh, well, you don't even have a plan. You don't have this." And I go, I got so many plans going. I don't tell you about everything. You don't need to know. Until I know what's fully going on in my own world, why should anyone else know? Right? Like that's how I think. And so he must have been going through my website quite a bit because 2 days ago he goes, "Okay, I'm going to start a business." He goes, "I'm going to be just like you." He goes, "I'm not going to chase women anymore. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to work on getting a business, getting things right, making money, just trying to build a better life for myself." I said, honestly, if you do it that way, people will come to you because they see that you are working on yourself and that you don't care what other people in society think about you. But when you do go into society, they look at you and they go, "Hey, that person must have worked on himself, must go to the gym or something. We haven't seen him in a while." Stuff like that. So he was asking me questions, and this was good because I've been trying to think of like how to fully make money and turn this business so that I don't have to do labor jobs and, like I said, help people out, make money. That's all I know is salesman. You talk to me, I'll talk to you. I listen very well. I know how to interpret things pretty well, and I just think we went back and forth. I don't even know, maybe 45 minutes, an hour. And he goes, "Well, what do you think about this?" And I said, "I don't know. Let me go." So I went through Google and started going through the rabbit hole of things that he was asking. I presented to him. Then he go, "Okay, well, what about this?" And I kept doing that. And even though it wasn't how I had it set up for my own, because I've done it twice now. I've done it for two different friends. The one friend I sent him because I didn't have a full on completion of my emails and whatnot. I just sent him like steps, 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 just different ways that he could get to his path. And he ended up doing none of them. Okay. So, like I said, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. At the end of the day, you can think humans will do everything and control them. They're still going to make their own choices. Whether you force them into a choice, okay, you force them into that choice. But for the most part, most humans will make their own choices. You can't ever force your own will onto people. You just can't. So, but my buddy last night, or sorry, not last night, a few nights ago, when we were going back and forth, and like I said, it's like 45 minutes an hour, and it's a nice way of thinking. Maybe I can start doing group sessions almost, and what I mean by that is like, what if I had a group of 5 people who wanted to start a business, right? Like, what if we all sat down? We're all on computer, we're on Zoom, or however we interact and they tell me what they want and we go through it. We present options and we start building out this business plan. Would you even if I went, because I said I'm trying to charge, I don't know, 120 dollars an hour to help you, and that would be me just going through, you tell me what you want and I'll go find everything. But what if I did a side thing where if it was groups and we all helped each other together, and maybe I lowered the rate, but it'd be more people and it'd be more of a group that we could all give a little bit of insights to help that person grow. Because at the end of the day, I just watched a thing. This world, the energy actually comes from the top down to grow back up. And if that's the case, so it's like the tree of life, right? So even though the tree gets taller and taller, all the energy has to hit the tree first from the top, go all the way to the bottom, build up that foundation before that tree gets even bigger, right? So that, I don't know. It was just very interesting because, like I said, I've done it two different ways now. One guy appreciated it, didn't do anything. with all the work that I did, and I did it for free. So each to their own. The other guy really appreciated it, and I didn't do anything of the way I wanted it to be done, but I did it the way he asked it, and he's more appreciative. And he's actually getting started on his business, and that was only a couple of days ago. Two different people, two different ways of looking at life. And I'm not saying my way is the best way because, like I said, I just made a huge mistake, and I'm going to have to own up to it. Yeah. Anyways, about 25-minute video. I guess don't be too hard on yourself. Things happen. Try to understand the situation and just realize that, like, should have slept. I can't even say I can give a million reasons why I didn't, like went to bed at 11 a.m., slept for maybe 2, 3 hours, woke up, tried to go back to bed, couldn't, rolled around like a rotisserie chicken. Those are always fun nights. Get up, do stuff around the house, do stuff outside, shovel my own walks, have some food. By the time you look at it, it's 7 o'clock and you're going, oh, you're kind of tired now. Oh, I work at midnight. So you kind of rustle around. You close your eyes. Just try to pick up as much energy as you can before midnight. 11:50. Close your eyes. You don't open them until 2, 3 in the morning. I could have gone out at 2, 3 in the morning. Apologized. Been home probably in this next hour. I didn't. I made the mistake. I'm gonna have to own up to it. That's life, you know. So that being said, I don't know. Just waiting for things to get better, and I know that I have to go through all this karmic shit because, well, I was a terrible person in the past, and I get it. But the the best friend, very interesting. It was her birthday a few days ago, and I really wanted to give her a nice, just message from the heart, something that even if there was other guys in her life that like her or whatnot, it's not going to be a generic from the heart message. It's going to be something that so pure, so clean, so loving that she'll go, wow, this guy actually cares for me. And she called and she goes, oh, thanks, baby. It's my birthday today. And honestly, just reading that, it was just like, she was so happy. And I haven't talked to her in a while. I see what she posts on Facebook. And I have this thing that if you want to talk to me, you'll message me. Unless there's something like a major arcana, like it's birthday or Christmas, maybe I'll message you. Other than that, I only want people in my life who want to be in my life. So yeah, this just I already know that I got some drama coming up today, and there's nothing I can do about it. Just look at the situation, explain it, say you're sorry. If he reacts, just bite your tongue and go, "You're absolutely right. You have a way to feel this way. I have to take it because I made that decision, and let's just move on." I don't know. Anyways, that being said, you gotta take losses before you become the boss. Apparently, I'm taking lots of them. You gotta try to be 1% better every day. Apparently, I didn't do that yesterday. Wow, I'm just not even living up to my own mentality. It's okay. I'll be better today. I made a mistake yesterday. I'll be better today. Just gotta get up on my high horse and just keep going, keep going, keep going. And let's try to help everyone. We help everyone to grow, succeed, be better together. DivinityVirtue.com. Everything happens on divine timing. My name's Dustin Taylor. Thank you for everything. God bless. Amen. Stay warm. Let's have a great day.